Why is Vegas so empty right now? Let's talk about the fact that nobody is vacationing in Vegas right now. Mind you, when I go to Vegas, it's always crowded. It's always packed. The strip is crazy. There are videos around right now showing Vegas empty.
All right, we're in Vegas. This is supposed to be the city that never sleeps. But there's like literally no one around here at all. And on all of our walks pretty much tonight, we've seen nobody. So, I don't know. Is Vegas slowly dying out?
Have you heard about this? Why is Vegas so empty right now? Why is no one vacationing in Las Vegas right now? Mind you, when I travel to Vegas, it's always jam-packed. The strip is always hopping. Things are popping. Things are happening. People are just everywhere. But there are videos that are circulating all over that are showing Vegas and the Vegas Strip empty. Could it be the fact, with all the issues that planes have been having lately and all the wildfires we've been experiencing, could that be playing a role as to why Vegas is empty?
If you haven't been there, you're welcome to come. But everybody knows Las Vegas. You know that's the main revenue generator for our state, tourism and travel. Tourism and travel. Do you know what happens when you impose high tariffs, reciprocal tariffs on some of our allies like Canada? That means we're not seeing people traveling, international traveling, coming to Las Vegas and to this country. Do you know the United States benefits $12 billion from international travelers? Over $20 billion annually in 2024. That's not happening now. I can tell you, in my state, as I talk to folks in my hotels and casinos, and I talk to individuals who are focused on travel and tourism, we are not seeing that. We are seeing a downturn in the types of travel coming to Las Vegas. It is having a negative impact, not just directly for those businesses, but indirectly for the small businesses. And by the way, Donald Trump may think this is a short-term hurt, but what he doesn't realize is 90% of American small businesses say trade is an important function for their growth, and they have a profit margin that's very slim. They are not going to be able to survive whatever Donald Trump thinks that this is some short-term hurt. Small businesses, which are the backbone of our economy, are getting crushed right now. I know it because I just heard from my small businesses. One of them lost a contract with a Canadian contractor. We're seeing it all the time. Any of my small businesses that directly or indirectly deal in tourism travel, they're getting crushed. The tariffs, the policies of the Senate Republicans thinking they can add to the deficit and the debt to pay for, to help billionaires and the wealthy in this country on the backs of the American people and small businesses, it's just disgusting and outrageous.
Hello lovelies, welcome back to today's episode. Let's talk about this particular topic I've seen trending across all social media. Many people are keep complaining why this time Las Vegas is dead, why this big city is dying, why is it empty right now, why there is no more tourists coming massively. Let's talk about this in today's episode. We have different videos from different creators. Let's hear about them, then we come back with more commentary.
The MGM Grand Hotel in Las Vegas has started to do layoffs quietly. Business is slumping, likely due to the tariff and trade war. Lots of people around the world have canceled their trips to the United States, period, and also Las Vegas. Las Vegas has the #1 economy here is tourism. This will greatly affect Las Vegas residents. Also not helping matters is the way that Las Vegas has been nickel and diming tourists for years. You heard me correctly. If you've come here, you understand you pay for parking, valet parking, literally nickel and diming everyone. While those prices have gone up, those were not passed on to the employees. Rather, it's to deepen the pockets with corporate greed. And there has been a shakeup at the MGM, and rightfully so. When is there too much greed? I understand that corporations need to make profits, but they have gotten very greedy. And I want to remind you, once prices go up, they hardly ever come down. Have you been nickeled and dimed in Las Vegas and that has caused you to cancel your trips, come less? Or have you canceled your trips because of tariffs and the trade war? Drop your comment below and follow for all things personal finance.
Well, hello. It's Vegas Police here. This is what Fremont Street looks like when it is empty. It is very early in the morning, and all we have is asteroids going by overhead. Something very pleasurable. Look at that spinning galaxy about empty Fremont Street. Nice and quiet, beautiful music playing in the background. Maybe a little bit of cleanup, but no people.
Okay, quick story time. Went to Vegas 3 weeks ago. It's for March Madness with my husband. Little getaway. We go at least 4 times a year. Leaving on a Friday night is iffy because Vegas is just popping on Friday nights. However, March Madness, Friday night, flying in to an empty airport. Walked right in the taxi line. There's no line. Get in the taxi, ask the taxi driver, where is everybody? He goes, it's been like this. It's been like this for a long while. And he says, it's like worse than COVID. And we went during COVID, and it did remind me eerily of COVID. It was just feeling like, I don't know if I've been in Vegas on a Monday morning or Tuesday morning, it feels like that, but all the time. You know, it's just very, very empty. And so we were able to get restaurant reservations at the last minute anywhere we want. The tables were like $10, $15 tables instead of being $50, things like that. The platforms to go to dinner if you want to take the tram, like the free tram by the Aria, if you're familiar, completely empty, like eerily only people there. And so I saw this one family come up all excited and I go, it's usually not like this, just so you know. It's just usually just jam-packed with people. You're fighting to get on the tram. But, you know, what it's possible is they all took Ubers because there's nobody on the strip. So we ended up taking taxis and Ubers later because they can just go straight down the strip instead of having to go around the hotels and try to avoid traffic. There's no traffic. And so that's the way Vegas is, and it is. So anything that you see online about Vegas being dead, it is not propaganda. That is absolute truth.
Why you'd be an idiot to visit Las Vegas right now. Prices are too high. Almost everything in Las Vegas seems overpriced. From flights to hotel rooms to restaurants and to show tickets. Just eating a simple breakfast on the strip can set you back $50. If you want that nice gourmet dinner experience here at a restaurant for 2 people, that can be $500, no problem. Going to a concert or show, which used to be considered one of the best values in all of America, now it can cost you hundreds of dollars today. The corporations that run Vegas are obviously trying to make up for money they lost from the 2020 pandemic. The problem is they're doing it in a way that pisses off a lot of people. And I really think most people don't mind paying some more when they're on vacation because they expect it, but they absolutely 100% do mind feeling like they're being ripped off on their vacation when they're supposed to be relaxing and having fun.
So as someone who lives in this beautiful Las Vegas desert, things are hard right now out here. We are like the 3rd or 4th most expensive place to live right now in the United States of America. Man, I remember when stuff was cheap out here. We are the medium household right now to be considered a middle class here in Las Vegas. You have to be making $182,000 a year or less. Well, shit, the majority of us are probably in poverty. Ain't no one I know is making $182,000 every year. And if you do, you're still considered middle class. That's how bad it's gotten out here. Last month, the visitor count here in Vegas, low. This month, probably going to be even lower. This whole economy right now is hitting hard. The decisions made by our president are hitting hard right now. But, you know, it's like with any cake. You have to be put in an oven and you have to go through the process in order to have a beautiful cake. So hopefully this tough process we're being put through right now with tariffs, with all this economic back and forth with other countries. Hopefully the process will pay off, and hopefully we'll become an even better nation than we used to be. You know, because it's gone so far that there's going to have to be a lot of collateral damage to get this country back to where it used to be. And it's going to take a lot of growing pains. So hopefully we can be that superpower on the world stage again. So in the meantime, just got to brace yourself, get through the process, and hopefully in about maybe a year or so, we'll be in a better place.
Nevada and Las Vegas are about to feel the impact of what's happening in our country in a really big way. Unfortunately, our local elected leaders are doing absolutely nothing. So what I mean to say by that is Nevada is a tourism economy, a gaming and tourism economy. And our international traffic is about 12%. It was in the last report that I saw, 12% of about $100 billion. And people are not traveling to the United States internationally. The tourism to the United States has it's fallen off a cliff. And the thing about Las Vegas is people don't book a flight to Las Vegas internationally and go the next day. There's a lag time associated with it. Although we are already starting to feel the impact of this, I suspect we're going to feel a much broader impact. So what I mean to say that by that again specifically, you know, if you're coming for a convention, that's like a 3-6 month, 1 year planning cycle. If you're coming, you know, around seasonal travel, again, 3-6 month travel cycle. There is obviously last minute tourism, but a lot of that is cyclical and has a 3 to 6 to 9 to a year booking time. So our revenue from tourism and gaming was about $100 billion. So let's just say half of those international travelers stop coming. That's $6 billion. Do you know how many jobs are going to be eliminated if that happens? It could be potentially massive. It could be massive. And the deafening silence from our local elected leaders is astonishing. In the Great Recession, Obama famously used Las Vegas as an example of excessive spending, and everybody freaked out about that. And there was massive outcry. But when we basically have someone who has created an environment where, oh, no one wants to travel now to the United States, crickets. We need our elected officials in Las Vegas to do more. We need them to stand up for us. We need to remind our elected officials in Las Vegas that they represent us. Or I fear the consequences are going to be economically devastating.
Here's some Las Vegas breaking news that hasn't made the news yet. MGM Resorts just told all of their concierge employees across all of their properties, with the exception of Aria and Bellagio, that they are being laid off. This is a couple weeks after laying off the valet, doorman, and bellman at Excalibur and announcing the closure of the Luxor Buffet. We know that travel and tourism is down. Aside from global issues and the Canadians boycotting us, many Americans fear that we are headed for a recession and they are tightening up their spending. But what's going on at MGM feels a little bit bigger than that. Multiple executives in recent months have resigned or are rumored to be considering resignation, with small downsizings and rumors of more occurring at multiple properties. This is after raising resort fees and parking fees twice in 2024. Fees keep going up and amenities are being scaled back. It feels like everyone's trying to be tight-lipped about this, but I think we need to talk about it. Are more layoffs coming? Is this a sign of the times? Let me know what you think and follow me for all the Vegas.
Why is Vegas so empty right now? Let's talk about the fact that nobody is vacationing in Vegas right now. Mind you, when I go to Vegas, it's always crowded. It's always packed. The strip is crazy. There are videos around right now showing Vegas empty. Now, due to all the things that's been going on with the planes, I said I'm not going to Vegas this year. I usually go to Vegas every April. But I didn't think that Vegas would be looking like it looks right now. Matter of fact, look at this shit.
Alright, we're in Vegas. This is supposed to be the city that never sleeps. But there's
Look how empty this shit is.
literally no one around here at all.
It's empty.
And on all of our walks pretty much tonight, we've seen nobody. So, I don't know. Is Vegas slowly dying out?
Now, there could be for a number of reasons why Vegas look like this. But I want to know why you think Vegas is dying, because usually at this time, Vegas is jam-packed. People are partying. People are gambling. Things are going on out there. Like I said again, I go to Vegas at least twice a year. What's going on in Vegas that people aren't going to Vegas?
So this is a little bit on a personal observation and a personal note. I, of course, live here in Las Vegas, Sin City. And for years, I actually worked on the Strip. In March of 2020, I worked in management at the Paris Hotel Casino on the fabulous Las Vegas Strip. And here are videos of the night before everything shut down. The empty halls that are usually filled with tourists, the turned off slot machines with no one at it, the Las Vegas Boulevard empty. It was scary times, but we kind of got through it. I was out personally for 2 months. Some other friends I have in the industry were out longer, some were out less. But Vegas was hit hard by COVID, and we were just starting to come back, and it looks like Vegas is about to be hit hard again. The big casinos, MGM Resorts International, Caesars Entertainment, they're announcing layoffs. I'm seeing from friends and family and people I know, hours being cut, almost some of them to zero. MGM Resorts announced last week that they were going to be laying off all their concierge staff, except for the two at the two properties that are their high-end properties, the Bellagio and the Aria. Vegas is going to be hit hard, guys. People, friends, family in this town that work in the industry are going to be suffering. And these are direct results of two things. Donald Trump's foreign policy and his tariffs, and corporate greed here in Vegas. Because Vegas is no longer an inexpensive getaway. It's a trip to Disney World for adults. And with resort fees and charged parking and the price of generally everything down the Strip, Vegas isn't budget friendly anymore. You can't find budget friendly options. And we are about to enter the find out stage of the fuck around of corporations and the fuck around of the Trump administration.
Okay, guys, all these extra fees and the overpriced food and Vegas nickel and diming everyone finally might be hurting Vegas. So, listen to this. New tourism numbers paint a very dark picture. So it might be time for Sin City to take a hard look in the mirror. I'm reading a late March report from Harry Reid International Airport, the airport here in Vegas, shows that the main hub tourists travel through showed international visitors dropped a staggering 19.6% from January to February. Domestic travelers were down 6.9% during the same time span, and a total of 4 million passengers came to the airport in February, according to the same report. That's a 7.5% decline from February of last year. The horrible numbers don't stop there. Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority reported that visitors were down almost 12% from the same time a year ago in February of 24. So the bottom line is Vegas' greed is catching up to them. Bottom line. Get rid of resort fees, get rid of these overpriced restaurants, get rid of charging for parking, because you can go anywhere now. Vegas used to be a cheap place, nice place to vacation, and now you can, why not just go to Cancun and stay at an all-inclusive resort? Why come here? You know what I mean? So, what do you guys think about that?
Since the new administration came in place in this 2025, tourists went down 75%, and the USA has been benefit from international travel about $12 billion. Imagine this time around, they are no longer getting that money. Because of this, a lot of policies, many people started to boycott USA here and there, coming there, their products, because of tariffs. There is a lot of things which are making people to cancel their trips to USA in this new administration. I was checking, they were saying about 900,000 have already canceled their trip to USA in this 2025. Just try to imagine. These are the people we know right now, and there could be another one who will also cancel their journey, their trip to USA. Many things are keep happening, but when we come on this side of Las Vegas, why this why this city is getting empty, is dying. I've seen some creators try to explain, try to talk, some local citizen try to explain each and everything they think could be the reason why this big city, this city of gambling, casino, entertainment, enjoyment is getting dying, is started to look like a ghost city. They are trying to explain that they think the reason why this city is getting boycotted is why things started to get expensive. They think that majority of tourists, they are no longer able to gather all the bills in that city because, for example, when we talk about water, imagine a bottle of water is $30. When we come for parking, car parking is about $50, $60. When we talk about those simple hotel, a simple meal is $150. Just try to imagine. And when you get there, there is a lot of entertainment, a lot of enjoyment. Also, you spend another money. And this time around, some people think that the way these Vegas people started to price out their product, their things, they could be a reason why some people started to boycott that city. But is it really the reason why? Because we know when some people are broke, some people have money. And that is a big city was always crowded with a lot of people walking here and there. Even if people, they think that it's now expensive, we could have seen a few people, but seeing this city getting empty each and every day, it's quite alarming. You couldn't even imagine how fast this city is dying. Some people are trying to say that since tourism went down 75%, most of tourists coming in Vegas are coming from Canada. And you remember there is this tariffs things between USA and Canada, these things of misunderstanding. Some Canadian people started to say, no. We are not coming back to Vegas in this coming 4 years because a lot of things are getting expensive. Number two, we are not feeling safe to come there. You have heard a story of a Canadian who got detained on their border with the USA, and those people has been kept in a facility for some days. Just try to imagine you are neighboring countries because there is this mass deportation here and there. They are detaining you on a border, and you spend a lot of days there. Most of Canadians this time around, they are boycotting each and every USA product, each and every USA business. It's quite bad to see how people who used to be friends, who used to be business partners, because of new administration, they are now parting ways in a way they never expected. Guys, a lot of things are happening right now, but when you see this Vegas, the way people are starting to say, could it be the reason of tariffs? Could it be the reason this USA started this trade war? Because when you try to see how the rest of the world are boycotting USA, some people are saying, me, I'm not going to USA this time around. I'm not going to anywhere. I'm canceling everything. I'm no longer interested to travel to USA because I can't feel safe to be there on this new administration. Some people are saying, what if I go there, they detain me and took me in El Salvador because of this mass deportation. A lot of people are scaring. Some people are doubting to travel because how come are you going to travel when you not feel comfortable? How are you going to travel when you have that doubt in you? And most of tourism come in America to entertain, for vacation, to enjoy, to eat their money. And you have that doubt. What if I get deported? What if they detain me in a illegal way? What if they detain me in a brutal way? Now you see, guys, let me know what you think today's episode. Thank you for watching this video. See you in my next episode.